Have you ever felt stuck? Like you know what to do but just can't find the path forward? In this video, watch my client Nati's real-life transformation from doubt to decisive action. While watching this video, I want you to pay attention to two techniques that I used to help my client overcome mental blocks, unlock her potential, and set her on the path to success. Okay, let's jump into the video.
So basically, I was thinking like I kind of struggle a lot with the time it takes me to take a decision, like or getting out of my comfort zone. Like I think I have some goals that I want to achieve. I probably take courses. I know how to get there, but then I don't move forward. Like I find excuses, I guess. I don't know. Like I just get stuck and kind of sometimes I know I acknowledge like I move to a different thing just because I don't know what is stopping me to get to the end goal, right? Like so that will be it. Like I feel like it's something that don't allow me to keep going, but I get like excuses. Like it takes me too much time to get to the end goal. Is that clear or should I?
Yeah, okay. So what you're saying is that you have specific goals that you want to accomplish. You
Right.
start them, but then you end up changing direction or stopping yourself from going through all the way to the finish line. Does that make sense?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
correct.
So what would your ideal outcome be for today's session? Like what would you like to leave with by the end of today's session?
It could be like maybe some clarity on what it really stopped me, right? It's
Hmm.
stopping me from moving like I would say like getting out of my comfort zone in some decisions, right?
Hmm.
Like for example, we like one of the goals could be like create an LLC, right? For anything
Hmm.
I want to do. But it's
Yeah.
like I feel like I've been trying to do that for quite some time. I haven't taken the decision, but if someone, for example, someone asked me what I should do to like I have this idea. So I say create a LLC. Right? I know the solution. I know the step. And I guess so many people that ask me, like at least three, they already create the LLC and they already have their business. But I am like, why I haven't if I keep saying that's the solution. That's the step, the next step, right? But I was like, I haven't. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you want your goal that you're trying to achieve is to start your own business. Yeah, okay. So what happens if you were to achieve that? Like if we can fast forward in time and then, you're there. What would happen?
Once I achieve it,
Yeah, like say you set that goal and you decided this is what I'm gonna attack. You
mhm,
dedicate some time to it and then you end up accomplishing that. What would happen? How would you feel?
I would be happy that I achieved what I for a long time wanted. I will really enjoy what I am doing. Like normally I work 9 to 5 and I think like okay, I'm grateful, right? But it's not what I really want to do. It's like I'm not 100% enjoying or yeah, something like I will feel more fulfillment about what I'm doing in
Mhm.
life and what I work for and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, no, definitely. I mean, it sounds ideal, it sounds pleasurable. So usually when we make decisions, it usually comes from a place of pain or comes from a place of pleasure.
Mhm.
So if you imagine that and you would see like, hey, you know what, I would feel more fulfilled.
Mhm.
I'm grateful now, but it would feel great to like, start my own thing and everything. So the question would be that what are you trying to avoid when it comes to moving towards that direction?
Yeah, I think I get to the point that now I remember what could be stopping me. And it's like like few years ago, like 10 years ago, I used to have my own company back in
Hmm.
Colombia, like a nonprofit. I decided to learn English and get out of the country and start traveling and stuff. So I sold it, but they didn't pay me. So I think at some point it feels like if I lost my time building that company, I mean, I did have the profit, right? Like I enjoy what I was doing. I was the boss. I was getting result, like making impact, like yeah, getting the projects done and stuff. I enjoy being a owner, right? And
Hmm.
having real results. But when I decided to learn English and then I sold it, then I sold it to the grown person. They didn't pay me. So I feel like I maybe feel that I lost that time and maybe that creating a company is not worth it if at the end someone's gonna steal it.
Okay. So you have a fear that if you create something, someone might take it from you.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you said something interesting right there. You said probably.
Probably.
Is there something more?
Maybe like I think like yeah, I feel confident about my English, but for a long time I I didn't, right?
Mhm.
Like I feel like searching for opportunities here or like for example, I knew how to create a company in Colombia, but here is like a new challenge
Mhm.
that I already know for what I just told you. Like I advise some people and tell them you will save money doing it this way, like or you have to do this and this and this to create your LLC and start doing your business like.
Mhm.
But I feel like there is some stuff like I don't feel fully prepared to own a company in the United States, I think.
Mhm.
Or maybe
Okay.
I have a fear that is too big that I don't have all the knowledge or I don't know.
Okay. So we're working this is the beauty of having a life coach. We're going to work together. Okay. So we're going to work together and I'm going to ask you questions and we're going to dive deeper. If any of the times you feel like uncomfortable or unable to answer, you can just let me know, like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. And then we can move forward, to something else. But try to play, it's like a game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see where we get to this at the end of it. So in today's session, we're going to focus on what is stopping you from achieving the goals that you want to achieve. Sound good? I'm going to start with a little exercise, okay? So have you ever just not been good at something and didn't know how to approach it, but then with time, you got better at it?
I feel like English, like that's
Oh,
one of the things. Like I feel like I'm getting better and better every day, right? But in the beginning, it was like none. I didn't understand. I didn't speak. I didn't read. I
okay.
like anything.
Nice. Okay. So
They-
how long did it take you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oops. I think to get at this point is like I started in 2017.
Okay.
So yeah, quite a few years.
18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 7 years. Okay. No,
Seven
that's
years.
not bad. That's not bad at
I
all. I
feel fully
mean,
confident about it.
yeah, I mean, so my first language was Spanish, but because I grew up in the United States, I ended up learning English going to school,
Mhm.
and I was always ridiculed by my family whenever I spoke Spanish, and it was like not good or not well. So it didn't help, and I didn't want to like learn. So I didn't actually learn Spanish well until after college. So,
Okay.
so that's maybe what, I don't know, like I can't even I can't even say it. It's like 18 years.
80.
So for you to do that in 7 years, it's pretty commendable. I think that's pretty amazing. So for you to not know the language and learn it in such a short
Yeah.
time. Okay.
Short. Yeah.
Well, so when you think back to yourself when you didn't
Mhm.
know English,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Now that you do, what advice would you tell yourself when you were younger?
Give up, like you will achieve it, right? Like it's hard. It seems hard. It's like it was difficult. Yeah, life was difficult at that time because I used to have my own company and then profession, like car, apartment, like everything, like good life in Colombia. Then I changed it to go to Ireland to have an adventure and no speaking in a country, but I needed to work, right? Like you need to survive, like a survival mode
Yeah.
for someone going to a survival zone. It was like difficult. I struggle a lot with that change because it was a big change in a lifestyle, I will say.
Mhm.
But yeah, I didn't give up.
Yeah. And that sounds scary on its own. You said you just left Colombia to go to Ireland?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did you do that for?
2 years. I was in Ireland for 2 years learning English.
Oh wow, you learned English. I didn't even know they spoke English in Ireland.
Yes,
Forgive me.
they do. Yeah, it's fast, but it's good, and it was good for me to learn there because it's more difficult
Yeah.
to
Is
understand.
Ireland close to Colombia?
No, Ireland is in an island in Europe,
Okay.
England.
I'm not good with geography. You can tell, you know. So like what motivated you to go there?
That I wanted to create like, well, the reality is like I wanted to learn English, right?
Hmm.
To have a, because I used to have a nonprofit, but then that nonprofit in Colombia, like Colombia is like they have a lot of corruption around businesses, that kind of businesses. So I didn't
Hmm.
want that in my life. So I was thinking, oh, if I learn English, then it's new opportunities for me to create a company that really make impact without corruption. Is what I
Okay.
thought, is what I am trying to achieve at some point. But that was the ideal thing, right? And it was
Mhm.
a big change to go from having it to start over, just to find opportunities like internationally at some point. Yeah.
So how did you end up from Ireland all the way in America?
That's a really long story. Short, then I just traveled in Asia for 4 months with no working. So I didn't work. I just traveled and lived there for 4 months. I went to Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos,
Oh.
and it was quite of a good adventure, a good life for 4 months not working. So then I thought about like what company I want to create, like, right? Like what kind of impact I want to make and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like my ideas come from that time that I want to create a company, but I still haven't. And
Mhm.
and then I just arrived here visiting some friends and stuff, and then I fell in love, and I am here still.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like you've lived a rich life. You've traveled a lot and you've experienced a lot of things.
It was a backpacking, but it was good. Like it feels like I feel like that's the new rich, right? Like have the time and the freedom to be in holidays for 4 months and not worry about
Hmm.
anything. But yeah, it's basically because I work in Ireland and I save money and I just travel for 4 months. It's so cheap, anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So you had a goal. You had a goal to learn English,
Right.
all right? So you achieved that goal. What happened that allowed you to not stop yourself or get distracted and go in a different direction?
Like determination, consistent. Like I knew, like I need that goal. I need English to the main goal, right? That is
Hmm.
create a more international business out of corruption. I needed English, right? Like I still think it was part of the big goal. So I
Hmm.
think determination on I need this. I need to be good
Hmm.
at it to be able to do this other thing
Yeah.
that is a company or a nonprofit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Words are very powerful. So I don't know if you ever heard what Bruce Lee said, but Bruce Lee had a famous quote that he says that when you say words, they cast spells. That's why they call it spelling, you know? And you kept saying like, "Oh, I need it. I need it."
Mhm.
And the word need is actually attached to anxiety.
Okay.
And it creates an anxiousness in your body that feels like it's life or death, right? So this emotional state can make you motivated to do things,
Yeah.
right? So what was it about English that made you feel like that was what you needed in order to get to the next level where you wanted to be?
Because in the beginning I stopped searching. Like I have a nonprofit, so sorry, I just repeat that. Like so I start searching for like different ways to get to international like grants and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But I didn't know English, so I have to read and have to understand, and then I needed to do like yeah, it was part of it. I'm trying not to use the word need. So I it was a
Wanted,
requirement.
desired.
It was a requirement to get a proposal, and it had to be in English. Like I start thinking like, oh, I need to like to know
Hmm.
this language so I can communicate easy and get to those opportunities. I feel
Hmm.
like it was part of getting those opportunities
Okay. And
because
now that you learned English, do you feel closer to that?
kind of, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I talked to you about online impact, like is the idea that will be my goal at this
Hmm.
point, right? To create that. as a company or as no, yeah, company or and I start like actually before after a conversation I start searching for resources like how can I get help in this and this and this, and I have a pitch
Nice.
scheduled 21st. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was
Okay, so
like
you got in the ball rolling already. That's good.
a little bit. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
a pitch is it will be one step closer, I guess.
Going back to the exercise, right?
Mhm.
Going back to Nati, the little girl or the younger woman that didn't know English, wanted to learn it. You said some advice to not Nati that, keep going, don't give up, and anything else that would come to mind that would challenge Nati to like fully develop herself to someone who you became now.
The feelings, like the feelings of happiness, like the confident, the achievement feeling, like I achieve it right now. Like I will advise like keep going because you will feel what you want to feel, like right, happiness and
Mhm.
achievement. Like for me, the social impact that I want to make, like I am closer to that, so I'm start feeling it. Like is
Yeah.
that what I want to feel in 3 years, right? It will take time, it will take work, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So when you think about the future and you start putting yourself in the position of being a business owner
Mhm.
and doing Hola impact, which is what you're trying to create, putting yourself in that position of completion, how would that make you feel?
Happy, like I am able, like empower.
Yeah, love that. Okay. So if you could fast forward and visualize yourself to in a state where you are completed and you finished what you wanted to achieve, the goal of creating your own business, how can you tap into the future, Nati, and explain or give advice to your current self from the eyes of the future Nati? What would the future Nati tell you today when it comes to creating your business?
Yeah, like keep going, give up, like same thing. Once you achieve it, you will feel fulfilled better. Like working, like all that work, it will be worth it because it was the purpose, right? Like it was what I
Mhm.
wanted. It was what I wish to happen to kind of impact so many people and help so many people through that
Mhm.
work, hard work. Like it will
Okay.
be worth it to feel that at the end, even if it's hard work
Mhm.
and feelings,
Yeah.
because I feel like it's easy work sometimes. Like what like it's just like yeah, I want this is like I don't know how to say that, like convocatoria, concurso. Is
I'm not sure what that means.
like oh yeah, like I just click to say yes, I want this opportunity, and
Uh-huh.
now I had a pitch. I have a pitch like a schedule, right? So it was like it wasn't hard work. It was more like emotional work than not just click and say yes, this is my idea and I
Yeah.
want to be part of this of the pitch, right? Of the pitch, like I forgot what. Yeah, like many people are participating. It was 21 companies, and then mine was within the seven one that they are gonna give the.
Okay. You're talking about the thing that you signed up for?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not hard work
Hmm.
sometimes. It's just emotions. Like I was afraid to be part of it. So I didn't click yes, I want to be part of it. I want to take
Hmm.
this opportunity. So it wasn't hard work because it was just like I have already the idea, so I just write the idea. I click yes, and then it was part of that. Like yeah, many people are being. I now I get confused about the work, and now
Okay.
yeah, but
But
basically
let's focus back on the future Nati trying to give advice to the current Nati. What would future Nati tell you so in order to help you achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve today?
don't give up. It's not hard. It's worth it. Write down the goals, plan on it, like different steps that I need
Yeah.
to start working on to get to the end goal, right? Like have clarity on what's the
Yeah.
path to get there.
Right. So what would that path be for you right now?
Well, I feel like I already take the first step with that.
With
So
signing up
I
with the pitch thing?
with the pitch thing, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it will be on the 21st.
Uh-huh.
We'll see. At least I feel like I want to get something out of it, right? But the experience is itself a lot. already. And that's
Okay.
the first step. So now I can search for more opportunities to get my
Hmm.
idea in the world, right? But
Hmm.
then I also feel like creating the LLC is part of it, right? That would be a second good step after the pitch, like getting to what I really want to name it, and if like how much is it cost, like do all the legal stuff, the legal search, and start the LLC, create
Hmm.
the bank account,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and the business account,
So
and everything is legal.
what feelings come to mind when you think about these things?
That I need to wait.
Okay, interesting. Tell me more.
There is not like like is an example, like after the pitch, I will do it. Why not now? Why not tomorrow? Why not this weekend? Right.
What is it about the pitch that you feel is going to give you that momentum?
I believe in the idea. I see how when I explain it, people get like, oh, it's a good idea, right? But probably I quite don't believe fully. Like I do believe, but not to the point of say, let's do everything right now. So I think
Mm.
I'm being more like slow thinking. I need to validate this and this. I need to be sure that this is something that the market needs.
Hmm.
Maybe I
Okay.
put so many excuses or barriers to don't do that. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm probably I don't think it's that necessary of a step right
Yeah.
now, but it's been for so long.
Okay. So, I mean, you've been working on this for a while.
Right.
If you were to fast forward and it didn't work out, how would that make you feel?
I think in one side it will be like if it doesn't work, then I know. So I don't spend all this time on that. And probably I just get into a different idea. I will
Hmm.
be initially sad because I do believe in my idea. I do believe it will make impact, it will help people, and it could work, right? So I will feel a little like frustrated, like and stuff like sad stuff, but also it will give me space to think about other things, like what next
Hmm.
then, and another idea or
Right. Yeah. So it sounds like this idea holds a lot of weight and you're carrying it with you. You've been
Mhm.
carrying it with you for a long time.
Right.
How can you carry that boulder and push it off of your shoulders and put it down?
Like start doing the things, even like I don't think it's big investment anyways, like it's not that much money to validate the idea fully,
Hmm.
validate it. And like for
Yeah.
example, these opportunities that are totally free, like they have like they're gonna give away like money or mentorships, like stuff like that. Like yeah,
Yeah. Not the, I think,
or taking action.
yeah. So me and you both that we can't find out what the future holds unless we move towards it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So taking action, like you just said, is the solution for the weight that you have on your shoulders because you
Mhm.
don't know the outcome. Sure, you'd feel sad if it doesn't work, but
Right.
you also mentioned that you'd feel good because it gives you an open mind in order to figure out what's your next point, right? Your next
Right.
destination.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I would like to highlight, especially in the idea of like when you were younger and you didn't know English, right? You didn't know how to start. You were maybe scared. You
Hmm.
didn't know where to begin, but then you figured it out as you went along. And maybe some things didn't go as planned, but at least you were able to adapt with the new environment, the new exposure, the new information,
Mhm.
So with that information, with everything that went through in that 7 years, you ended up learning English and then you got to the same destination, regardless if it followed the roadmap that you laid, right? Like you
The beginning,
still managed to get
exactly.
to the same
It changed,
destination.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same concept, right? It's the same concept when it comes to your goals, when it comes to this business that you're trying to create. You have to get messy. You have to
Mhm.
start when you're not ready, and you have to get uncomfortable in order to eventually get to the goal that you want to achieve, even if it's not Ola Impact, right? If it falls through, at least you gained experience on how to start an
Right.
LLC, how to manage it, how
Mhm.
to, just all the moving pieces of a business, how to, manage that, right? So then you get more experience for the next venture,
Mhm.
or if you just want to continue to improve and iterate this venture to make it happen. You
Right.
have to fail in order to get the
Right.
information, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what would happen? Okay, this one's a little hard for people, but what would happen if you continued to avoid?
I feel like the weight will grow first. Like I will be more frustrated. Like the more years trying to get something without taking action, just having these full ideas here in my computer and not let the ideas go out or share
Hmm.
the ideas in different, yeah, like accelerators and stuff. Like I will feel frustrated. I will feel more heavy in terms of my mind, like trying to work out an idea here, like in a closed space, not open to find opportunities. Yeah, it will
Yeah.
be a terrible feeling.
Yeah, and I don't want you to feel that, right? And I know you
Mhm.
don't want to feel that.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay. So if you had to come up with an idea, what would you
Mhm.
feel is the next step?
I feel like I can, like what you just said, it makes sense. Like I will learn from starting the LLC. Like I will not lose anything, but gain experience. I feel like that could be a next step, like really getting to pay that or add that, like do it.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's recap, right? So some of the things that you said that you wanted to achieve, you wanted to achieve financial freedom, you want to leave an impact, you want to create your own business, you know, are hesitant because you
Mhm,
have the fear of not
mhm,
knowing if it's going to work out. You want that validation, you want to validate certain things in order to make your moves and everything like that. But you come to realize that, you know what? You have a history of success, right? You didn't know English. You took 7 years, but you did it. You were able to make a goal in your head,
mhm,
move towards all the conflict, the obstacles in your way, and then achieve that goal. So you have history, right? You have that record, okay? And then now that you have an idea of where to start, you want to create an LLC so you can start actually, reporting things on taxes and start saving some money on all the overhead. Your idea was to start with the LLC, but what would be the first step? Like the first thing, if not, because the LLC paperwork and everything, you have to talk to somebody, you have to,
mhm.
like schedule an appointment and everything like that. So, what would be the first thing that you can do after this call to like help you take that one baby step forward?
Well, regarding the LLC or regarding the whole goal?
What do you think? What would be more beneficial to you?
I think like write down ideas or like write down different activities, right? Like what I think I need to do next. Like that will be
Okay.
like a little exercise.
Do you
I
have a
need to
piece of
do
paper?
this. Yeah.
Did you grab one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this together, okay? So
Mhm,
in the beginning, it can just throw out ideas that may sound silly, that
mhm,
sound, just to get the brain working, okay?
mhm.
The goal is gonna be to write down 20 different ideas. Okay, sounds like a lot,
20
but
different languages. Yeah.
okay. But we're gonna start off small, like in the beginning, just ideas that are just the first things that come to mind, things that they can move you forward to your goal. Okay. If it means, something to get your mind working, I don't know. Sometimes I'll say like, okay, if I put myself in your shoes and I'm trying to create an LSU, I'll be like, okay, go to Google, go whatever it is, talk to somebody who has a business, whatever you can come up with. Okay. Just write down 20 different things. And the trick about this one is that usually in the first 3 to 5, they're usually like whatever, right? Like kind of like a given. But
Mhm,
as you get down to the bottom, to the 20, you're gonna
mhm.
start finding more clarity because you're training your brain to focus on a certain target. Okay.
Right.
So go ahead and start, and then let me know when you get stuck. Can you read them to me? Would you
Yeah,
be okay?
sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Search for the name availability in the state, like for the
Okay.
LLC name. Pay a registration in the state, like fill the form of the EIN in the
Mhm.
IRS, and then set up like an amount of money, $500 to any expense that comes with the process. Find more free accelerators. That it was what I did to get 3 more pitch or like yeah, that's what I have so far for the
Okay.
process. Yeah.
All great ideas. I love it. So,
Yeah.
what else? How can you challenge yourself to like really dig deeper? What else
Like,
can you try to
yeah,
shoot for 20? I believe in you. You can do it.
20. Okay.
Yeah. It gets more and more difficult as you continue to go down that
Right.
road.
Many more than 20?
Yeah, yeah. How much, where are you right now?
14?
Good. You're almost there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is crazy. But my sister actually just say, do it. And I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, I think I have more or less like the 20. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you
20.
did it,
Yeah.
right?
I did it.
Another
Yeah.
thing that you accomplished, right? You had a
Mm-hmm.
goal, you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
do 20 ideas, and you pushed
Mm-hmm.
forward, completed it. So there's more proof that you can do what you set your mind to. Can you go through them with me? Would you be willing to share?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
It's just a little all over the place, but let's do it.
it's okay.
So, okay, like I mentioned that like create a business, like a final version of a business plan,
Okay,
create a canvas to have clarity
okay,
on all the aspects of the canvas, like post and pay for advertising in Facebook,
okay.
create digital content. I think that's
Mhm.
before that. Content potential clients, like make a list of potential clients and places to go. Try to create content with voice of camera on my own. Like it's something I'm afraid of. Create content, like create videos and stuff. Create a free product
Okay,
or a workbook.
yeah.
Something that I can offer for free. Offer 10 free calls to validate further the idea. Like improve my website, create a funnel. And yeah, the crazy one is like participate in Shark Tank or at least fill the application for Shark Tank. Yeah, that's what I have.
That was 10, right? Plus the 7,
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think I
17.
can 17. Yeah, probably. I don't they are messy. Probably I miss some. I think yeah. Uh, I say that save the money to set apart the money to
Uh-huh.
invest in advertising and in the like constitution, like the legal part of
Hmm.
it, like contact different accelerators to
Hmm.
get more like mentorship, like get a mentor, get a coach, like a
Hmm.
life coach.
Right. Okay. So, you know, the beautiful thing about this exercise is that a lot of people come to other people for answers. We pay money to try to get information. But when you look at your list, you have tons of great information. You have tons of places to start, right?
Right.
So, what would be something that you can do from here until next week? Something that you can check, some of the things that you can do off of your list that'll just help you motivate you, validate the goals that you're trying to do, and everything.
Most of this, like I can create a checklist so I can start checking, like I did this, I did this.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't see anything as an impossible now
there
or
you go.
as that fearful. Like I'm not afraid of doing this work, right? It's hard work, it takes time, but also having a list probably helpful. Like I
Definitely.
already know what I need to start doing
Yeah,
and probably even start from the easy one of the more difficult one,
exactly.
but
Yeah,
start checking, like crossing the lines here and start doing taking action.
yeah. So a common misconception that a lot of people have is that life coaches have all the answers, right? That you guys come for
Right.
us, you ask us questions, and we'll give you the roadmap. But the true art of life coaching is basically helping you find your own answers to the problems that you have, you know?
Right.
So when you came to me with the goal of starting your own business, we worked together and we
Mm-hmm.
asked some questions. We try to dig deep into like what is stopping you,
Right.
what would happen if you continue to stop yourself, and what would motivate you to do it because you start visualizing the outcome with
Mm-hmm.
our minds. Napoleon Hill says something that's very powerful. It's whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. So you can
Mm-hmm.
conceptualize yourself creating a business. You have some doubt because of fear
Right.
that from the belief. But if
Mm-hmm.
you can validate it and move one step closer, your confidence account will increase because we all have
Right.
a bank account, but we also have a confidence account. And when we
Mm-hmm.
say we're going to do something and we actually do what we say we're going to do, then our
Mm-hmm.
confidence account increases. Like you
Right.
said, you're going to learn English, right?
Yeah.
And you did it. You
Yeah.
said you're going to move to America and you did
Yeah.
it. So your
Mm-hmm.
confidence starts increasing. It's the same thing with this. You just have to take the little baby steps to move forward. And then once you start getting the momentum, you're going to be
Hmm.
like, wow, this is achievable. You're going to have the
Right.
confidence, and then you're going to achieve it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, totally.
Okay,
Yeah, totally.
good. Probably you saved it.
I say totally, no.
Okay, good. I'm
So
glad.
like back to the beginning. No, I agree.
Okay,
Like
good, good.
gain, yeah, I need that momentum. I want that momentum just to change the
Yeah,
need for want. I really want. Like it's not a
yeah,
need, but it's something I want to start like getting the momentum to get to the end goal. For,
yeah. Good. Okay, good. So what you just did right there, you created your own checklist of things that you have to
right.
do in order to move yourself forward. So what you did right there is you created something called a SMART goal. So
Mhm.
something that is specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's time bound. So
Right.
there's time bound, you want to achieve it at a certain period of time. And it's relevant to the goal that you're trying to do. I
Right.
switched the R and the T, but it's a S.M.A.R.T.
Smart.
Yeah, that's a way to like really dissect what you're trying to achieve and then start breaking it apart. Like, how can I make this, you know, make sense, right? How can I measure it? How can I make sure that I put myself a time limit to start doing this, right? So, how do you feel about the exercise?
It's great. Yeah, like I feel like I gain clarity in next steps. Like it's not just one next steps. I have like 20 next steps that I can take because yeah, I don't feel that one laps another one. Like I can do everything at once or start one by one. Like I don't, yeah, like it's totally achievable.
Yeah. And do you see how all the things that you listed
Mhm.
directly connect with the goal that you're trying to achieve?
Right. Yeah, totally. Each one of them, definitely.
Okay. So I like to, do a couple things at the end of the coaching session. So one thing I like to do a reflection. So what are some
Mhm.
things that you found valuable in today's session? And then I'll share the next thing after you share.
I think searching within
Mm-hmm.
what my fears are about taking action with some of the questions that you made. Like I did realize, oh, maybe it's this and that, right? That like is blocking me to or holding me back from do one thing that I need, right? Believing a little bit more in myself, like is what I getting out of the session. Like I
Mm-hmm.
I can do like if I did this list, I can do each thing, right? Because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
write things like I cannot do. They are all achievable and like here.
Yeah.
So I can just start taking action based on something. Like it's little, it could be just a paper and the exercise, but it gives me a lot of clarity for sure
Mm-hmm.
to get what I want, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is very, very helpful. And it gave me a start point
Yeah.
move forward. Mhm.
Love that. Okay. The last thing I like to do is to challenge you to ask yourself, what is a commitment that you can do from here until next week that I can check up on you? So next Tuesday, I'll just pop in and say, hey Nati, how are you?
Uh-huh.
Were you able to achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve? And it could be a small one. It doesn't have to be a huge leap, right? But just something that
Mhm.
you can commit to yourself, something that you can hold yourself accountable for, just to challenge yourself to like get the ball rolling towards the goal.
Well, I'm not sure if it's is what I need. I mean, it could be just like achieve three things from my checklist from my 20 things. Like three
Okay.
things in 1 week. I have big things here. I have small things here. Like I feel like three things at the time will
Hmm.
be good for me. I'm probably just gaining momentum, right? Like if I
Yeah.
achieve three, then probably next week I achieve six and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, 3 is a very ambitious goal, and I love it.
Really?
What is one that you can share with me that you're committed to getting done? Just one. I'll be proud of you if you just did one.
Yeah, like probably just search the availability for the name in the
Perfect.
state. Like I can do it. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. So then next Tuesday, would it be okay with you for me to just send you a message to see if you did that?
Sure. Yeah, totally. That would be good. Accountability.
There you go. Okay. So
And I
that's,
hope I can come back with 3.
yeah, if you if
But
you
I
if
will,
you come back
but
with
I
three,
will feel
then
proud with 1. I will feel
definitely love
proud.
that. Thank you so much for watching that video, and I hope you learned something if you're a coach trying to understand what coaching could look like for you, and you want to see examples so you can refine your practice, or if you're a person that's looking for coaching and you just want to see like what's out there, who are the personalities out there that are actively coaching, and maybe you're just auditing me to see if I'm the coach for you. Whatever reason you decided to watch, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to watch another video like this, click here so you can learn more.